bad hire.
No.
In my opinion, it's not.
No, it's not a horrible hire at all. I mean, if you look at what Arkansas Little Rock did,
right?
Even leading up to the tournament, they only lost 6 ball games during the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe even less than that. I think it was 4. I think they might have came into the tournament with maybe a 26-4 record, 26-5 record. So they weren't a bad team at all.
When you think about basketball, you don't think of Arkansas Little Rock.
No, you don't.
You just don't.
You just don't. And that's a fact. That can't be denied. But, it's... Again, everybody knows how hard in the paint I've been going for Stacey Augmon. And there have been, countless rebuttals. Shout out to the big homie Darius Banks, man, for counteracting my arguments every single turn he got. But when you think about UNLV basketball and you think about its tradition, UNLV is not an old university. For those that don't know, University of Nevada, Las Vegas was established in 1957. My dad was born in 1947. He's still alive and kicking right now. So just imagine that. It's a very, very young university.
Yeah.
And it's, even though Vegas is a transit city, UNLV caters to its own. It's an alumni-based university because it's little. It's very minute in its alumni. So the alumni that it has, it brings them in, it welcomes them. Where, at major universities, alumni are just a check.
Yeah.
Essentially. You're just a check in the booster club. Where with UNLV, you're welcomed home. It's a homecoming celebration every time you step in the building. When Larry Johnson comes back to UNLV, the campus stops.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no,
Sudden
man.
Sam Smith, when he comes to UNLV, and he still lives right here in Las Vegas
And big up to Sutton Sam Smith, man. I'm trying to get him on the show here within the next couple of weeks, man. Give you guys a nice treat.
Yes, indeed.
Talk about some real UNLV.
Yes, indeed. Robert Smith. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about one of the great UNLV guards in the history of the school. When he does, radio broadcasts for UNLV basketball. When he steps in the building, people notice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, this hire with Chris Beard, out of Arkansas Little Rock, a great hire. He's a great coach, but reports even say he wasn't even the first choice. So
reports say not that he wasn't the first choice.
He wasn't, and I don't understand what. I still can't wrap my mind around why. I understand Stacey got an interview, but that's kind of like Rooney Rule-ish to me. You had to interview Stacey. You had to interview him.
I think certain people will say, well, Stacey hasn't had enough experience.
Come on, man.
Coaching on a collegiate level.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I mean, you can look at it like that, but at the end of the day, the man is putting his time. And how else are you going to get experience unless you get a shot?
Exactly.
Should he leave and go maybe coach at another college? Maybe he should. I mean, that's what Damon Stoudemire did.
Yes,
he's now the head coach for Pacific.
University of Pacific. Yeah.
So
shout out to our homegirl Whitney Price, who played her collegiate ball, and it's her birthday, man. Happy birthday, Whitney Price. She played her collegiate ball here at Centennial High School and at University of Pacific, man. So shout out to her. And I'm happy for Damon Stoudemire. He put in his time, and it's a job that he got that's well deserved.
You know who else putting in their time? That boy Rod Strickland.
Mr. Strickland, absolutely.
He's been an assistant
for a very long time.
A long time.
A long time.
And I don't even know if he wants to still just be an assistant, but
he might be content. Who knows? Because his name isn't being mentioned at all in any circles.
Who has he been an assistant under, though?
Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, it's when you get comfortable like that under a coach with that much cachet, with that much clout, you tend to get comfortable. You tend to want to, you know what? I'm in a winning situation.
But he's a huge reason. It's a huge reason why those guards have been coming out.
No question. No question. Take a look at Tyler Eulis. Take a look at him.
Yeah.
Take a look at John Wall. Take a look at him. Let's not mistake this here. This is not this is not to be mistaken.
Your boy Rod Strickland was the truth.
No question about it. On the collegiate and pro level.
And where did he play his college ball?
When he at UK too.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Come on now. Let's talk about it. So I mean, it's I don't know, man. We pulling for Stacey, man, to get a head job. I mean, we would like for it to be here at UNLV, but if it's somewhere else, so be it. So be it, man.
Stacey, I'm gonna need you to do like Les Picassett and you know, on one of our Facebook followers, Let the Ball Bounce. Shout out to my boy Larry Johnson, UNLV legend.
Yes.
Stacey Augmon as well. Stacey paid his dues.
Yes.
And it's time to get him that head coaching gig.
Yeah.
Go somewhere.
Go somewhere and get it. Yeah. Somebody will hire him.
Go to Gorman.
They'll definitely hire him. No question about it. I'm not certain of who's the head basketball coach there at Gorman, but if Stacey, if they had an opportunity to hire Stacey Augmon as their head coach, you don't think they'll be all on top of that? Come on, man, cut it out. I don't care who's the head man right there right now. He'd have to take a back seat.
I just want to know what is not being said in the interview on Stacey's part.
That's a huge question of mine. What is not being said? What, better yet, what has not been done on his part that we can actually see? And
it ain't like UNLV is just like this huge powerhouse that you can't give him an opportunity.
Right. This is not Kentucky. This is not North Carolina. This isn't even Virginia. This is the University of Nevada, Las Vegas in the Mountain West Conference, people. It's not even Utah or Oregon. Two Pac-12 schools.
And they're powerhouses.
And especially with Oregon now, they definitely come along as a basketball powerhouse here as of late.
And Utah's always been in the fight.
And Utah has always been good. From their days back in the Mountain West, moving to the Pac-12.
Shouts out to the late Rick McJaris.
Yes. Oh man.
Who used to go to Compton to get some of his kids.
No question. Talk about Andre Miller. That's where he went to get Andre Miller.
That's what I'm saying.
That's exactly where he went to get Andre Miller.
He's still playing in the league.
Still in the league.
Out there looking like the original Last Dragon. He was the first dragon. He looks like the Last Dragon's big uncle.
Yes, he does. Andre Miller's still out there setting old man picks and being old man strong right now. Andre Miller. Isn't he like 18 years deep? Didn't him and Tim Duncan come in the same draft? 98, right? They were in the same draft in 98. 97, 98. 18 years deep. Andre Miller.
And he may be pushing to get another ring. I mean, to get a ring over there, backing up Tony Parker in San Antonio.
Yeah. Why not, man? Why not? Why not? Because the Spurs got as good a chance as anybody.
Yeah, they do. Look, we got a lot of noise that's been made in sport.
Man. A whole heap, man.
So look, why don't you guys stay tuned?
Yes.
Listen to your guys.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, we here.
Yes, indeed.
You can reach us at Let the Ball Bounce on Facebook.
Yes, indeed.
You can reach us at Let the Ball Bounce on IG.
Yes, you can.
Let the Ball Bounce on Twitter.
And that's with one T.
You can reach us at Let the Ball Bounce at gmail.com.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
When we come back, we have our guy, Mr. J.T. Bly, to give us our AL predictions for this coming up Major League Baseball season. You don't want to miss out. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Let's go.